Hi everyone, welcome back to NAB Show Live. I'm Alex Lindsay here with Leslie Samuel.
Hey, good to be here again.
good to be here too. And we're also here with Jim Gedaldic. That's right, from GoPro.
There we go.
Which is, has a lot of my money. So that's all I got.
Probably getting a little more.
I got a call. I actually got a call from my CFO going, "Do you know that you have 20 GoPros?" I was like, "Yes."
You can never have enough.
You can't have enough, because there's a new version, and then you have to buy a bunch more, and then
of course,
so that's what I'm stuck in.
Because 19 isn't enough.
And then of course you start doing 360, and then you're like everything's a set
you
of
grow
of 6 or a
exponentially.
set of 10.
Yeah, it's way past stereo.
Yes.
Back in the day. So
awesome. So what do you guys have going on?
Oh, we got a lot. So for NAB, I mean, last NAB we didn't have Hero 4, so now we have what everybody's been waiting for is true 4K.
I didn't wait very long.
True 4K at 30 and 24, which a lot of people have been asking for. And it's like, you say, how can this little thing do 4K? Well, it can. It can. Now it can.
Now, the one thing we were talking about right before the show that I still have to ask about. So I looked over at this and I was like, this does not look like a GoPro that I've seen before. So this is a cover for the lens?
it's one of our accessories. It's basically a protective lens for the GoPro.
Because it's one of the biggest things that I worry about is I do a lot of 360 and is the fact that all these lenses it's no longer in its safety case.
Yeah.
So now that is not the most interesting part of what we have here. There's something with an antenna, and anytime I see an antenna, I know that
it looks exciting.
Goodness.
Hey, we're at NAB, so
Exactly.
we're going to see a lot of antennas. But yeah, so we launched this in partnership with our friends at Vislink. This is the new HEROCast transmitter. So this is a professional wireless solution from GoPro and Vislink. Basically, what we have here is there's 2 units. This is the HEROCast unit. It's basically tethered with HDMI.
So it's a micro HDMI to micro HDMI.
Correct.
Okay.
So basically, you would mount how you're normally used to mounting GoPro, say for live events, sports, which we happen to be very well versed at. You would normally wear this head strap or your helmet mount, any of the accessories that you would normally use from your GoPro bag of tricks.
Right.
We happen to make a lot of accessories. Is that they are adaptable to the HEROCast. They use the 2-finger back door that we have. So all of your existing GoPro accessories, like the 3-way, a lot of third-party mounts are out there, tie right back into this. So this solution would be your normal wearable POV solution for live broadcasting. So this works in licensed spectrum. This is a professional solution. It's working in the 1.9 to 2.7 gigahertz band.
Right.
So what you would do is you would normally work with your RF provider. You would secure your frequencies for your event, day, weekend, or however long it is. And then working in the RF band and working within the license spectrum is a lot of the consumer frequencies that we use, cell phones, Wi-Fi routers, things like that, operate in the non-licensed spectrum. So you get a lot of signal creep and things like that. Everybody knows having to reboot your Apple router every now and again.
Well, yeah, and that's always the thing that you're worried about. We do a lot of wireless, and one of the things that we worry about all the time with wireless is am I going to get a good signal? How far is that signal going to go? What's the range nominally for this?
Oh, we kind of say it's infinite because it's basically on your RF infrastructure. Right. So we basically did the beta of these at Winter X Games with ESPN, and the RF provider is like, I was up half the mountain with these things.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and we were doing follow cam with a lot of our athletes. So, tried and true is in Aspen. Anybody that's ever been to Aspen knows that you go into a cell phone black hole, and providing out that you have a tried and true solution for broadcasters. Now with the unique perspective, it kind of opens the doors for live events, sporting events, you name it.
And what's the latency there?
Latency is very low. We're roughly about 200 milliseconds.
Oh, wow.
And if it's been good for the NHL and good for ESPN, and we've
tried and should be good for regular folks.
Yeah, I mean, and it's environmental is going to have an impact on what your latency could be, how many repeaters you are, what your RF infrastructure is. So, there will be variables in there if you're running into a frame store and an EVS or a TriCaster or something like that in the back end. There could be all these variables that come up, but it's very low latency. It's very low power. What's awesome about this is it is powered off a GoPro battery backpack.
Right. So it's really, other than the transmitter itself, it's using all the GoPro accessories around it, the batteries, it's using the attachments, so you're just really not making a big jump.
I mean, HEROCast is basically an accessory for a GoPro.
Now, what's the cost of something like this?
The transmitters are $7,500 US, which is I think 7,000 in other parts of the world. Our partners with Vislink, these are available now. You know, best way to do it is to go to GoPro.com/broadcast. There's kind of a contact form out there, a little bit of technical information about how to find out more about this.
Right.
Here's my live crowd. Hey guys.
I think they're very excited about something over there.
Yeah, it might be our Go. We got GoPro.
We're being
interrupted
by your own booth. So now, what's the receiver end is just standard receiving end that they create.
So it can be a Vislink receiver. It does work with other third-party existing broadcast infrastructure. There are a lot of people that have an existing infrastructure. So this is really seamless, where easy to use camera. Very easy to use system. You basically set up through Mac or PC. You set up your device and your transmitter. You set your band to what it needs to be. You program it. You set up your transmitters, however many channels you have for that event, you set up for that band. So if you have 6 different cameras and 6 different RF channels, you just remember that camera 1 is channel 1, and so on and so forth down the line. So and these are tried and true. I mean, a lot of people that watched NHL All-Star Game and X Games this year got to see basically the first beta rollout of this working in a professional broadcast environment.
And these are really, and whether it's it's pretty rugged, so you probably couldn't put it on full contact, but you can get it pretty.
I would say we had snowmobilers that were flipping 400-pound snowmobiles.
Oh wow!
And these things, the signal did not break up.
Wow.
So I mean, tried and true. I don't think between hockey and X Games, in the 9-degree weather, I don't think you're going to get a better beta environment for these things.
Anytime you talk to someone at GoPro, it's like, so what kind of stress did it go under? Well, we dropped it off of 40.
Yeah, we can do our normal like assembly line, stress test of that. But I think you don't beat real world.
Hand it off to a couple of the users, and they'll take it all the way down.
Oh yeah, we give it to our athletes. We give it to a bunch of professional athletes, and they'll do a number. And that's a great way to test your products, is to give it to people that put it in harsh environments and really beat on it.
Well, and it's really interesting how I've had I've had all of the GoPros, all the things. It's like those guys just keep on escalating, and I get more of them each version, and it's interesting how it's really gone from being this thing that sports enthusiasts were using and everything else, and it's just really grown into, and this really points to a truly professional camera that's being used on almost every sporting event that out somewhere, someone's attached to
GoPro for professionals. I mean, it's a consumer device that professionals use.
Right.
It just happens to be that more and more professional features start coming into it. It's this trickle-down effect of pros inspire the next generation. You know that well from Pixel Corps. Is like building that next generation of visual effects artists and production people. It's the same thing for GoPro. Is that this is an enabling device. This is an enabling device now for broadcasters and pro. People use these on feature films, TV shows. I don't think you can put on cable TV, see reality TV, commercials, any of that you don't say, oh, that's that ubiquitous GoPro shot. I know that shot well.
That's great. And people, of course, we know where we can find you.
You can hear us.
We can hear you from the central hall.
I'm going to run. As soon as we're here, I'm going to run and give away some cameras.
Right. Very good. And GoPro.com, of course.
Yeah, GoPro.com. Follow us, obviously, on social media. We're very vocal. We share a lot of content. We want people to share content with us. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. It's pretty easy at GoPro. And that's where you can find us, or come see us at the show floor right in front of the live show.
Come and chant, come and scream right over there.
Yes, I'm going to go chant right after we do this.
There you go.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks a lot, man.
Right. And thank you for watching NAB Show 2015 live. We'll be back in just a few minutes.